Good afternoon. We've gathered once before to announce criminal charges against Donnie Dixon and John Childs in the vicious murder of Arnesha Bowers on June 7th in a quiet northeast Baltimore neighborhood. We're here today to announce a third arrest. This third arrest is tragic, equally vicious. It's an arrest of a 14-year-old who's been charged and is being charged as an adult in the murder of Arnesha Bowers. His name is Rashawn Rivers, and we'll have packets for you. Rashawn Rivers participated actively and was a principal actor in the murder of Arnesha Bowers on June 7th in her grandmother's home. This case has been described by our defendants as a gang initiation of some sorts, and we're still investigating the details of that. This gang initiation involved home invasion, armed robbery, kidnapping, burglary, rape, arson, theft, and ultimately the crime of murder. So our investigation continues. I think it's often the case that when the police announce an arrest, particularly in a murder or another high-profile crime, that there's an assumption that the investigation is over. Our investigation is never over. So this is an example of the hard work of the men and women of Baltimore's homicide unit. They continue to do a great job, and we're not done with this case yet, and if there are other folks to hold criminally responsible for the death of this little girl, we're going to move heaven and earth to hold them criminally responsible. I'll turn it over to Major Branford for some details of this particular arrest of Rashawn Rivers, and then we'll answer any questions. Major.
So, Mr. Rivers, we knew about him early on because his name came up. We didn't necessarily knew what role he played. The confessions of the other two co-defendants led us to his active participation. We picked him up on 2 occasions, talked to him, and he also gave a confession to what he did inside of the house. We believe that he was an active participant, that he facilitated the actual individuals coming into this house. So that's why he was charged as an adult with the same charges as the 2 previous adults were charged.
Who knew her best? Who was the main connection to the three that are now in custody?
Well, I can tell you this, all 3 of them knew her. She frequented a house on Harford Road where she met and hung with all those individuals. So every last one of them were familiar with her. We believe that the 14-year-old Mr. Rivers was probably closer to her than anyone else was.
Can you explain or elaborate a little more on the idea of a possible gang initiation, how you know that, and what more?
Well, the information referring to the gang initiation is something that was brought up by 2 of the suspects. Well, actually 3 of them. So all 3 talked about a gang initiation, that this was supposed to be done in order for one of these guys to get in and another guy to move higher up within this gang.
Can you talk about what gang it was?
It was a blood set.
Of the other homicides that you've had in the recent months, we obviously haven't had a 16-year-old girl in a pretty vicious sex assault murder, but do you have other homicides that appear to have the same markings of any kind of gang initiation?
As of right now, no, we do not.